Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. This is a segment that I'm still experimenting with. I'm going to be doing this in some form or fashion every week. A film session of a player from another team that I think we should look out for, and some of the things they did the week before. Now, depending on how these are received, I may roll this into the week recap, or not recap, but I might roll these into the week preview video, which I did last year. I might do a couple of things, and these are going to be abbreviated. My normal film sessions will run anywhere from like 13 to 25 minutes. These will be more like 10 minutes, 8 minutes, maybe sometimes 13 minutes, but I'm going to try to keep these shorter. And if you all want more detailed evaluations and previews of these players, then let me know, and we can revisit that. But without any further ado, let's get to it. Number 5, LSU's finest, one of my favorite players. I got his trading cards. I got everything, but he's a Commander now, so man, what a shame. But let's take a look, starting off with what we already know, the running ability. Ran for over 1,000 yards in college his last year, and he can get out of trouble pretty quick. As you see, his tackles, they got some issues. They got some issues. The offensive line is getting mollywopped, and I expect things like this to happen this Sunday, but we're going to have to figure out a way to keep contained. And Thibodeau and Burns, they love those inside moves, and we're going to have to not do that this week, because this is going to open up and he's going to be running through our defense all day long. This is another play where you got an inside move from the edge and he gets outside again. We're going to have to keep contained. Take a look at JD. Gets outside, gets a first down. So they're going to run design runs. We don't even have to cover all of that. They're going to run design runs. They're going to run options. They're going to run RPO, but he's also just going to take off. And that's just that, what we saw in the last 2 plays. We also know, of course, like I said, he'll run option. But here, JD is just going to take off, and he ran the ball 16 times last week. 16 times is a lot for a quarterback. You want to keep him as healthy as you can. Dan Quinn spoke to that and said that he does not want him running 16 times again. So maybe there's a hesitance for him to take off, and if we can get him to hesitate, that can possibly work in our favor as Giants fans. So again, he's going to be under pressure, and he's going to move around. He's usually moving around to run, but this time he's able to keep his eyes open. As you see, there's a guy open right here. Kind of screenshot fanboying, screenshotting it up. But maybe, there's an opportunity for him to hit this tight end across the middle, Ertz. But for the most part, he's just kind of moving around. And if he doesn't like what he sees, he's just going to take off. And he's going to make people miss. He's going to make people look funny. And he just kind of runs around upright like a chicken, just running through the defense. And people don't understand how fast this guy is. And he's going to lose his helmet right here. Jayden Daniels has to get a new helmet. He was taking off his helmet at the end of every single play, and his helmet was falling off. He's got to get a new helmet. Like they got to figure that out before this next game. But he can make things happen, and he will make things happen. Now, his coach doesn't want him running as much, but something tells me if he's getting first down after first down after first down and he's sliding, I think he's going to keep doing it. I really do. It's just crazy how much quarters defense we see these days. Everybody's in quarters or cover 2 or cover 6. Everybody runs the same stuff. But take a look here. You're going to see Jayden Daniels going to get this, run this play action, and he's just being decisive. You want him to be decisive more than not be decisive, in my opinion. If you take a look at the top of your screen, he's got a receiver and a tight end that could be open. If he holds the ball for just a little bit longer, he might have a throw there, for a pretty big gain. But at the same time, he's a rookie quarterback. He's in his second ever game. Get the ball out of your hands. Get comfortable. Get it to Austin Eckler. Watch Austin Eckler make a fool of these defenders and still get a first down anyway and get the yards that you would have gotten if you made that riskier throw. I have no problems with this at all. I would much rather my quarterback be decisive, get the guy the ball early on in the play, let him be able to make something happen with it, than to, hold this and stand around and maybe make a throw that isn't the best. A couple of these guys are open, but you guys get the gist. Nice play. All right, so on this play, you got Jayden Daniels. He's going to pump fake to the right option, and then he's going to throw the ball a little late. He's still adjusting to the speed of the game, not trusting everything that he sees yet. Again, this was his first ever game in the NFL. I saw him at LSU. I saw him a lot at LSU, and he went through his reads like a boss, so I don't think that's going to be an issue with him in the NFL, going through his progressions. But take a look here. Watch your slide here. I think this is, McConkey? I think so. Take a look at him come off the line of scrimmage. He's open. And you're going to see Jayden Daniels pump fake towards him and kind of get a little scared. Now, he is getting, a guy bull rush towards him there, and Brian Robinson is stepping right in front of him, so that may affect his ability to throw this accurately. But if he hits 12 here, if he's able to get that, change his arm angle, hit 12 here, that is the correct read. Now, after that, he throws a little bit late here, and it's kind of getting deflected, and it's close to something that could be a turnover-worthy kind of play. If this ball pops in the air like it does 99% of the time, they're intercepting this and going back the other way. So again, Dan Quinn has been kind of like the anti-Jayden Daniels in some of these moments, because he's like, in the preseason, he's like, don't throw the ball deep. And in the regular season, he's like, don't run too much. But Jayden Daniels, that's what he does best. Those are the two things that he does best. And it's good to see that he's still being aggressive here. So Terry McLaurin is at the top of your screen, and this is just classic. If it's even, he's leaving. He sees Terry, getting into a stride, and he sees this DB like up high, trying to backpedal, keeping up with this speed receiver, and he knows that Terry's going to run right by him. Just misses the throw, though. Just misses the throw. About 2 yards too much. But he's going to start hitting these. And, Terry is an underrated receiver. So that's something that we are going to have to watch out for, because he is going to take these shots when he sees them come out of this cover 4 shell. So in this next play, you're going to see him, again, not trust his eyes. Take a look, I think, at Zach Ertz. He's going to come across, and he's going to get open at the beginning of this play on this blitz. Jayden Daniels has to notice that this linebacker is blitzing straight up the middle of the field. He's coming down the A-gap. So if the linebacker is blitzing, that means nobody's in the middle of the field. Hit Zach Ertz right there. You got yourself, I don't know, Zach Ertz moves in slow motion these days, but prime Zach Ertz, you got yourself a huge play. This Zach Ertz, you're probably getting something close to a first down. So because he misses this initial throw, doesn't trust his eyes, he ends up taking the sack, dropping the football. That's something else that I've noticed, is he holds this football pretty far away from his body. So that's something that we're also going to be able to take advantage of if the pass rush does do what I think it should do, is he holds this ball far away from his body when he's moving around. And that's something that, again, can get him in trouble. All right, so sometimes it's not as open as you want it to be, and sometimes you just got to make an NFL throw, and Jayden Daniels can do that in his sleep. Take a look at Zach Ertz, sort of your tight end in the bottom slot here. Jayden Daniels is going to fire in a laser. Just zip, just like a laser. Like the ball moves so quickly to get to Zach Ertz here. Perfectly placed ball. This is some of the things I wish I would have saw yesterday, or a couple of days ago from our quarterback, the 6-year veteran. And Jayden Daniels just fires it in there in stride. Beautiful stuff. So I'll pause it right here. You see the ball in the air like a frisbee. One thing that Jayden Daniels does have is a javelin. I mean, the dude throws the ball really hard and really fast. So that's something he does well, but we're going to stop it here. I just wanted to give you all a preview of what to look for from Jayden Daniels. There's going to be a lot of short throws we're going to have to be able to tackle after the catch. We're going to have to probably stay in that cover 4 shell that we ran a lot of, we're probably going to have to stay in that shell, make him throw these short passes, make him matriculate his way down the field, and stop the run. And when I say stop the run, I mean, of course, stop Brian Robinson, but also stop him from getting out of the pocket and running and picking up these first downs, because that allows him to have to make less mental errors on third down when he just runs for a first down. He can do that in his sleep. So that's one less throw that he has to make, one less time he has to read the defense. So keep contained, keep him from running around too much, which is easier said than done, and stay in that cover four shell, make them go down the field. He's still a rookie, still in his second game, so he is going to have some glitches like I kind of showed. But if he gets, if he gets comfortable and he starts getting decisive, then, we could have a huge problem in week 2. So you all let me know what you think of Jayden Daniels. If you are a Commanders fan, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be covering the entire NFL every Friday on Diggy's Huddle. Go ahead and hit subscribe. Other than that, you all let me know what you're expecting from Jayden Daniels this Sunday. If you made it this deep into the video, come on, just hit the subscribe button. I make Giants content primarily, draft content secondarily, and during the season, I'm going to be doing a lot of reacting to pretty much most of the NFL games and everything NFL. So if you made it this deep, go ahead and join the D6 squad.